I'm going to do a video. This is a card game. This is my favorite card game. It's called Canasta. And as we play, I'll explain the rules. Okay. Okay. The object of the game in each hand is to make a canasta. You can make more than one in a hand. In fact, in some variations of the game, you have people making. You have to make two canastas to go out. In other words, to empty your hand of cards. This is the standard version with one game. This is my mailed board here, and my partner will play on it. My partner will be Haley in this one, and we're playing against Mina and Satch, which is and there you see their mailed board. Now here's the rules. This is the partnership version of the game and not a two-player game. Each opponent is dealt 11 cards, or each person is dealt 11 cards. The red threes go on the mailed board automatically, and you draw another card when you draw a red three. The red threes are worth 100 points. The game is played with 2 decks of cards, so if you get all 4 red threes, that bonus, you get a bonus for that. You get 800 points for getting all red threes. Black threes are used to freeze the pot on a single turn. The discard pile. On a single turn, you can't pick up a black 3 unless you're going to meld them together. Now, to meld, you have to have at least 3 cards. Okay, so here's the scoring system for the cards. The black 3s, the 4s, the 5s, the 6s, and the 7s are worth 5 points apiece. The 8s, the 9s, the 10s, the jacks, the queens, and the kings are worth 10 points apiece. Aces are worth 20 points apiece. The jokers and the deuces are considered wild card. A joker is worth 50 points. A deuce is worth 20 points. You can use them to meld on to something you've got, or you can discard them. When you discard them, the pot is frozen, which means a person to pick up from the discard pile has to have a pair of what was discarded into the hand. As you can see, this little D here meant I was the dealer, so after I dealt the cards, it went around the board. It comes to me for my first turn. Now, our opponents have melded the 4s. They've got 3 4s here. They've melded queens. They've got 3 queens and 1 wild card, and I can click on it. The wild card's a deuce. To get a canasta, you have to have 7. A natural canasta is where all the cards are the same without any wild cards played on them. It takes 7 to get a natural canasta, which is worth 500 points. If you have a canasta with wild cards on it, the canasta is only worth 300 points, and you can only use up to 3 wild cards on a canasta. When the game starts out, you have to have 50 points to meld and get on the board. That total goes up to 90 points when you reach 1,500. It goes up to 120 points when you reach 3,000, and 5,000 points wins the game. Now, my opponent was able to meld 3 aces and a joker, which that's a total of 90 points. The joker's worth 50, and the 2 aces are worth 20 apiece. A black three's been discarded to me, so I must choose a card from the deck. And we'll choose. We get a 4, and we can meld those 4s if we want to. I'm actually going to discard the Joker. This freezes the pot. Now, if you were actually playing with your friends with a real deck of cards, the word frozen wouldn't appear. You would turn the wild cards, which freezes the pot, sideways so that everyone would know it was open. Okay, now, okay, there's another wild card that I got out of the pile. Now, the person I'm discarding to has to have a pair of 4s to pick up the frozen pot. Notice that they've got 4 here, and I've got 3 4s myself, so I've got safe discards in the 4s because there's only going to be 8 4s, so there's no way he can be holding a pair of 4s. Okay, I ended up getting a 5 there. I'll continue to discard the 4s because I know they're safe. I just hope my opponent don't give the pile away. And that was a dangerous, yeah. That was a dangerous discard because none of the 9s had been revealed. Notice it kicked the red 3 up automatically onto the mail board, and it gave me another card. I'm going to go ahead and mail the ace, and I'll freeze the pot again by discarding this wild card here. Okay, what have we got that we can... Okay, they've probably got a 5, so... Okay, now he just asked his partner if he could go out, which means they... Okay, there's their canasta. We got 200 points that hand. They got 540. Yes, it does count off. Like, she lost... My opponent had 60 points. No, she had 4 deuces. That's 80 points, so that was 80 points off our score. And, of course, all these counted out for me is also negative points. She had negative points. Look there, she was holding 2 jokers. Now, if you do not have to ask your opponent to go out. You can just do that. If you do ask your opponent to go out and they say no, you cannot go out. You have to, if you choose to ask, you must go out or stay in if they tell you not to go out. Because she had a lot of points in her hands. If I'd have been her, I would have told my opponent no, they couldn't go out, and I would have unloaded 3 of these 4 cards if I could have. I'd have definitely got rid of the 2 jokers. Okay, 5,000 points wins the game, so we're a long way off. Both of us still need 50 for our additional mail. Okay, here's a mailed right here. There's 20, 40, and I could put the wild card on here. That gives us 60 points for this mail. Now I have to discard. Now I will discard a low number. This card's only worth 5 points. Well, look there, I got an ace. Black threes you can't pick up on, so okay, this is getting a little bit tricky. If the pile gets frozen, I want to keep my pair, so I'm going to discard the 10, and I can't give him the king because that would really put him close to getting a canasta. There we go. I cannot give them that king. Oh my. Mm. Okay, I've got to show that I've got two queens or mm. I'm really going to be feeding, making dangerous discards here. That really hurt when they got them fives. I was hoping to get a frozen pot and try to bait with those fives. Whoops, I look there. They're going out now. We didn't even get a canasta on this one. Yeah, boy, she had nothing in her hand. Okay, that we're still in that 50 points for the original meld threshold here. Let's see what we got. Wow. Uh, hmm. I'll just discard the black threes while I've got them. I'm going to freeze it. Okay. Now for my discard, notice there's been about 3 5s discarded, and I've got 3 5s. So if she would get another 5, she would consider that a safe discard. So I'm not really wanting to throw away any 5s here. The 10s are pretty safe. The 5s are now safe. Bingo. There, I've got a pair of 7s. Now let's see. I'm going to go ahead and make a canasta with those aces. Well, no, I like one of making a canasta. Well, that's okay. Um, I'm going to put the sevens on the board. I'm going to put my sixes on the board. I'm going to put three of these fives on the board. And then I'm going to go ahead and discard the four. He can pick it up, but there's just one card there. Give him a king. Oh no. Wow, he give us a natural canasta with discarding that five. Okay, here's a deal. Remember, you can't pick up the black threes. Uh, See, they got jacks on the board. They got jacks on the board. They've got nines on the boards. Those are not safe discards. I really need this pot frozen because a lot of what I've got, my opponent can pick up. Mm-hmm. I'll give him the 10 since they've done canasted those. Evidently, all our opponents got the wild cards in that because we could have had some luck with the fives and the sevens if we'd have had. Look at that. She had a wild card. Hmm. Okay, we're both up to 90 for male. They're holding a lead of about almost 700 points. This time we need 90 to mailed, and see, I haven't got it. You got to have at least three for your mailed, and you can use a wild card. But there's 10, 20, 30, and I haven't got a wild card or a mailed. So my opponent gets us on the board, or my partner gets us on the board. Uh, Hmm. See what we can do with this stack of cards here. I'll get those. Ah, be doggone. Well, I would have some safe discards if I could get a wild card to freeze the pot. My goodness. I'm just going to give them the 9 here. Hmm. My goodness, don't she have nothing in her hand? No, I want to discard the king. I'll let him pick it up with just one card on the pile. 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going to freeze the pot. Okay, she's asking me to go out. I'm going to tell her yes. I've got a total of 15 points in my hands, so that ain't much off our score. And that's how this game can change in a hurry. They were ahead by almost 700 points. Now we're up by 15. We're still in 90 points here. Goodness. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to freeze it in the hopes that I get another 4 handed down to me. Well, that didn't work. Um, I'm going to freeze this again in the hopes my partner don't give up the discard pile. Boom. See, I have pairs people try to think on what a safe discard is, and if you hold on to some stuff, see, you might can bait. For instance, he can't pick up regardless because he's not got a pair. I'm going to throw out a 4. And that still leaves me with 2 4s in the hopes that I get a 4 discarded to me. And these 8s might also be discarded to me. Bingo, there's the 4. So now, okay, and I'm gonna hand off a black 3 to him. I'll get rid of this joker if I can get this right. Let's see. See, I could make a canasta, but I don't really want to make it. I want to try to get more than one canasta this hand, and I think we've got a good chance to do that. Oh, be doggone. So they're going out on us. I've got some points in my hand. We didn't even make a canasta. Okay, we're both up to the 120 mailed. We're both over that 3,000 point mark. I'm going to probably create another channel to stick these card games on. Not fill up my regular channel with these card games, but I hope you're all kind of understanding what's going on. Go ahead and freeze it. I like playing with the frozen pod. I like to use strategies and against a computer AI. It's not that great, but we'll throw out a black 3 there. That was a dangerous discard. Wow. There we go. There we go. Lay him on the table. That's all you can melt out all that? Goodness. Oh, shoot. Well, shoot. I've got to undo that because I accidentally threw a tin down and I don't have another tin to melt it with. Uh, okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. I'm not playing around anymore. We're gonna get us two canastas. This hand, if it'll let me make the meld. No, it didn't. There we go. Actually, maybe my opponent. I did it again. No, take that back. I want to get the one canasta here. Why won't it let me put that on there? Okay. Then I want to get that one, that. I'll go ahead and give them a 10. Now you would think I'll be dogged on again. They seem to be getting the luck of the draw. You also get points for going out. And look at that. She could have made a canasta, another canasta. Oh man. I ooh. Discard 5-point cards when you need 120 to meld. Wow. 3, huh? Yes. Now come on. I'll just keep that king and discard it. Now she should have just used her joker to make a canasta right there. I'm going to do it. I'm not even asking her to go out. And that pushed us over 5,000, so we win that game. Okay, I'll probably, like I said, I might create a channel to stick these card games on. And maybe take a little bit more time explaining the gameplay. Those were basic rules. I don't like their scoring doesn't really tell you where the points are coming from. Previous versions of Hoyle card games have done that. Anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. Hey, if you're a fan of Canasta, comment on this. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That'll be appreciated. And I will see you later.